welcome to Psalter Studios music tutorial. I'm TG, and today I'll be talking about chord substitution techniques. And there are lots of chord substitution techniques out there, but I'll be zeroing in on the tritone substitution today. Okay, so before I start, I'd like to say and I'd like to say rather that it's important that you know how to play on all 12 keys before venturing into this chord substitution thing. It will help you understand it better. One and two, the idea of chord substitution is to take chords and information from one key and applying it to another key. That's just the idea. So if you're not familiar, for example, with B flat, you can't apply it to C, for example. You know, and stuff like that. So you can't apply. I was just playing B major scale on C minor, you know. And if you don't know how to play B flat major scale, there's no way you can apply it to C minor, for example. That's just what I mean by being familiar with all 12 keys. Okay, so also before continuing on, I'd like to announce that my advanced jazz piano classes DVD is coming on soon. I'm very excited. I've put in a lot of work to putting information out there that I think pianists might need. So it's coming out very soon. I'm working on it, and actually the things I'll be talking about today, they're actually on the DVD. So get prepared. Information concerning that, they're coming out soon. So stay tuned. You can go to my Instagram. They will be displayed below my Instagram, and view some of the stuff I have there. And watch out for this YouTube space. Subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I post stuff periodically concerning that and more other classes and tutorials that will be coming out soon. All right, enough of the talking. Let's dive into tritone substitution. Okay, so tritone substitution is simply when you hear of tritone, it just tri is 3 tones. So you have 3 tones. So if I take C, for example, so I'll move 3 tones. So for those of us who are familiar with intervals, you have you move a tone, move another tone, and move another tone. So we have 3 tones. This is a tritone. It can be called a sharp 4 or a flat 5, augmented 4th or diminished 5th. That's the interval name or technical term, but it's also called a tritone. Okay, so and the good thing about a tritone is that it's an inversion of itself. So you have this. So if I come to F sharp and I move a tritone 1, 2, 3, you can see we have the same thing. So what this speaks is that it can substitute for each other. Okay, this is what I mean. First, the tritone is actually the 3 and the flat 7 of a chord. So if this is 3 and this is flat 7, we have A flat major. Okay, so we have this, and also this is also the 3 and flat 7 of another key, but flipped. So 3 flat 7 of A flat, it becomes flat 7 and 3 of D. So you have 3 flat 7 of A flat, flat 7, 3 of D. That is tritone for you. Although there are other advanced techniques, but this is the basics. All right. So we have this and we have this. So this is a 5 chord on C sharp. Okay. So we have 2, 5. I made a mistake. Pardon me, please. 5. So we have 2, 5, 1. So I'm trying to voice lead properly. 2, 5, 1. So since we can replace the 5, which is A flat 7, with D, it becomes 2, 5, 1. So 2, I'm voicing it differently. 5, 1. So I'm using proper voice leading to lead us properly. 2, 5, 1. So the 5, 2, flat 2, 1. That is it. So you have 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, flat 2, 1. So the flat 2 is actually the D7, 1. Alright, so you can have let's go. So 2, 5, 1, then 2, flat 2, 1. Alright, so let's add one more tritone. So tritone based on D. So we have D, 1, 2, 3. So we have this. This is B flat and E. So B flat 3 and flat 7, and then E 3 and flat 7. So they can substitute for each other. So where we have 5, we can replace it. Where we have B flat 7, we can replace it with the E7. So I'll be playing 2 notes with my left hand and then playing the bass note with my right hand. So I have 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. One more time. 2, 5, that's tonic. 1, so that's that tonic. So tritone substitution, let's go. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So which is the same thing? I'll play it again. Which is the same thing as 3, flat 3, 2, flat 2, 1. Okay, so it could be. Putting the tones in your ears. 2, 5, 1, then 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So tritone substitution becomes 3, 1 more time. 3, 6, 2. So if you have a very good bass player, he can play the bass notes while you as a pianist, you just stick with the chords. Okay, one more time, diatonic. So it becomes. Another way of applying the tritone substitution, after playing the 2, then the 5 tritone substitution and tritone substitution, then to the 1. You can resolve this. So this is 5 of G. So you can 5 of G and go to the 1, and then you could go back, since you're playing a 3 to 3 6 2 5 1 on D flat. So you can 3 6 6, so 3 6 2 5 1, for example. So you can go to G, and because you're moving to 3 6 2 5 1, you can resolve from here to the 7, then back to the 3. So this is what I mean. So from 3 6 2 5 1. Normally the 3 6 2 5 1 chord progression can start from the 7. So you have 7 3 6 2 5 1. So you can have the 7 4 3. So using the circle of fourth, for those of you who are familiar, you can go from this 5, go to the 1, and so what am I doing? All I'm doing is, this, and the tritone. So from here, this is 5 of G. So I go to G major, and because I'm going to 7 and G is a fourth from C, I can just play G as minor. So and then go to my 7 3 6 2 5 1. So one more time. 3 3, so I'm playing some gospel. So from 3 6 2 5 1. So I want to move to another root. So from 3 3 flat 3 2 flat 2, then 2, then okay. So simply what I just did was from the 3 6 2 5 1, I replaced it with a tritone, and then when I got to the flat 2, I took it as 5 and went to G. And because I'm going back to a 7 of D flat, I just went to G minor 7. So this leads me to the 7 3 6 2 5 1. All right, so for the last time, slowly. Do a lot of voice leading because I was just concentrating on the chord, then to G. So all right, I made a mistake there, but you get the idea. So we're moving from, I was just playing with 7 3 6 2 5 1 progression and a tritone substitution, and then when we get to the flat 2, I just move to another root, and then because I'm going back to 7, 7, then 3 6 2 5 1. All right, so that is it. I hope it was. It seemed to be like a lot, especially this last part. Everything is involved. Everything is talked about in my forthcoming course. I actually went in depth into it. So I hope you learned something. I hope you have, I triggered your mind towards some possibilities, which is what music is all about, exploring and creativity. So I hope I did that to you at least. Okay. All right. So thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.